Yeah, so if you have a by 60 fabric, you can cut in one go. But if you're using African prints like this, it's difficult to have it in one go without having to join your fabric. This is because African print comes in single length. By single length, I mean from the top to the bottom, you've got 44 or 45 inches. So by the time you fold into 4 and you want to cut, you find that you have this, you know, you have that shortage there. So what you can do if you want to cut your wrap skirt without joining is you get a bigger fabric. So I'm going to show you another fabric to do that. So here I have English fabric that is double length. So this we can cut our wrap in one go. So I'm going to take this, I'm going to fold into 2. I have 3 meters here, but African print comes in yard, hence it's difficult to be able to do that in one go. So if you get a double length fabric like I've got here, we're going to do that. I'm going to show you. So I'm just going to fold that, okay? And when you are folding, I folded into 2 like so. Now I'm going to fold sideways like that, right? So I'm folding sideways like triangularly. So you fold triangularly your fabric into 4. So that's what I've done. So because it's long length, it's double length, I can do this. Right, so this part here, the top part, is where you have the pointed edge. So we're going to start cutting from there. So depending on your size and the length of your fabric, that will determine how long your skirt can be. So to have the wrap skirt, you need to check the circumference. So how do you do that? How do you know what the right circumference for your waist should be? So it's your waist, then you add 12 or 14 or 16 extra inches to it, depending on your size. So if you're cutting a skirt for a size 12, 14, 16, it's okay to add at least 12 extra inches to your waist circumference. So the bigger you are, the more you need to add. So now, how do I know what to add? From the pointed fold, I'm going to measure for now about 16, and let's see what we get when I do 16. You move your tape like so. You move your tape like so. Now I'm going to get my tape. I haven't done all those marking, and I'm going to measure what I've got here. So I've got 13 inches when I go round. 13 inches times 4 gives us 52. It's a bit too much for a size 12 to 16 or 18. Okay, so what I'm going to do is try to reduce this. So instead of doing from the pointed edge, instead of doing 16, I'm going to do 15, and we're going to see if that works. Keep the tape on the pointed edge and just move the lower bit. So I'm going to just take my chalk. I'm going to trace along those lines, and I'm going to get my tape, and I'm going to measure again. So I've got 12.5 times 4 gives you 50. It's okay if you want it to really go round, but we could reduce that a little. So I'm going to get my scissors, and I'm just going to cut, lifting it up a little bit. Okay, so about 14.5. Yeah, so I've been able to cut that. That's the circumference, so that will make a wrap. Now this is the bottom bit, so whatever is left you don't want to join is what is going to be the length of your skirt. So I'm going to measure from the circumference of the waist down. So from there, measuring up to this place, I have 40. So I have 40. That's the whole length of the skirt if you don't want to join. So I'm just going to keep moving the tape. This time around, you don't leave it static. You move as you go along, right? So you need a big surface. You need to know that when you want to cut a flare, right? So I'm moving the tape like so, and I'm going to get 40. I go and I move and I get 40, right? So you just do that and make sure it's even at the base. So 40, right, all the way to the end. So we have 40. So make sure you're precise in your measurement so you don't have uneven edges. Right, so now I've gotten that, I'm going to cut. But if you want it to be like, you know, like asymmetric bottom, all you need to do, if you want to maximize this, instead of cutting round the base like so, you know, you join all of the dots, you can just decide to cut along this line. Then you can have it a little bit more fun or, you know, asymmetric. So I'm just going to cut that piece at the bottom. So what I'm taking off will be perfect to create the belt for the skirt. So I'm just cutting that bit off. So if you want a bit jazzed or fun base, you can do that. Or you can, from this bit, okay, where the 40 is, all you need to do is you make a straight cut like so. Then you have, so you can play with it really. You can play with your skirt, right? So you can do that. Then you find that your skirt has different, you know, angles. But I'm just going to make this a rounded bottom. So just play with your wrap skirt, have fun with it, right? But so I've gone back to making the base round like so. So if you open this up, you have enough wrap to go around your waist. So what I'm going to do now is just to cut the belt, and I'm going to go so I did a video on how to add your belt and your pocket if you want to. So this fabric that is left, I'm going to join together to form the belt for my skirt, right? So we need to cut this equally. So to make sure I'm doing the right thing, I'm going to get the smaller, the less wide bit, and I'm going to use that to determine how wide my belt is going to be. So this is 4.5. So 4.5, yeah. So by the time I attach the belt, if the width is 4.5, I'm going to have 2 inches wide belt, which is perfect. You don't want your belt to be too wide. So I'm just trimming the edges to make sure it's even, yeah. So yeah, so that's one. If you can get 3 of this, it's fine. Then you just join them together and watch my video on how to add a band and a pocket to your skirt. I think that was a video I did about 2 weeks ago. So that will be very helpful. It's pretty straightforward and easy. Okay, so I'm just going to try to cut that. Then I'll go to my sewing table and finish up this lovely skirt. A wrap skirt is very versatile, and it's something every girl, every woman should have. With a color like this, you can wear with almost any color of top. And it's going to be summer soon, so it's a perfect summer skirt. So with a flare skirt, you're ready to go. Wear with a tank top, wear with a purple shirt, and you would always look stylish. Yeah, so I've cut those off. So if this is not enough, cut more and you join them and attach to your skirts. So now the pocket, if you want a pocket, it's still very doable. You can create a pocket from the leftover materials you have. So all you need to do is fold into 2, okay, which I'm going to do with the rest of the fabric. I've also done the video on how to fix a pocket on a wrap skirt. It's quite interesting and easy. you may want to see that for a wrap skirt. So yeah, I'm going to make this length about 12 inches long. So from the top, I'm going to measure 12 inches. Then the width, I'm going to make 10 inches or 9.5. Let's make it 10. Because of all the folding, you know, we've got to fold the edges. So you want to have enough fabric to play with. 10 inches. So 10 inches, 10 inches. Like you see, I have some excess there. I'm not bothering about that because I'm still going to try to shape the pocket. Yeah. So this 42. So what I'm going to do here is just to make like a slant. You see, that's what I've done there. So we're going to fold this side, fold the side, and fold the bottom. I'm going to reduce that a little, maybe to about 9 inches. Okay, so I'm going to open this into 2. So before I sew on the skirt, I'm going to go to the iron, and I'm going to make sure this bit that is slanted is up to 7 or 8, depending on how big or how wide your hand is, inches. So we're going to fold the edges. We're going to get the iron and fold the sides, then attach that to the side of the skirt. So the next time you see me is a finished flared skirt that was cut once, right? For those of you who requested specifically for this video. So do not forget to subscribe and give me a thumbs up, share to your friends if you enjoyed the video. Bye.